Man, if you really want to win a woman's heart, you need to understand that touch is one of the most powerful ways to create connection and intimacy. We're not talking about random or invasive gestures, but strategic touches that show affection, security, and attention. The truth is that you often ignore the power you have in your hands, literally, and end up missing opportunities to strengthen your bond with her. If you want to understand the places where women most like to be touched and learn how to use this to create a deeper connection, this video is for you. But before you start, like the video, subscribe to the channel and share. We're here to help you play the game smartly and effectively. Now, pay attention because these touches, when done right, can completely change the dynamics of your relationship. Number 1, hands. The initial touch that establishes connection. Hands are the first point of contact in many interactions, which is why touching a woman's hands can be incredibly meaningful. Whether it's holding her hand while walking together or a casual gesture during a conversation, this touch demonstrates closeness and interest. Don't underestimate the importance of a smooth, firm grip, which conveys confidence and security. Plus, touching her hands is a discreet way to test her comfort with you. If she reciprocates the touch or even maintains contact for longer, it's a clear sign that you're on the right path. Now, if she backs off, it's best to give her space and try again later in a more subtle way. Number 2, face. Gently stroke to show affection. The face is one of the most sensitive and intimate areas you can touch. A caress on the face, such as lightly running your fingers over her cheek or brushing a strand of hair away from her face, conveys care and attention. This type of touch is especially powerful because it shows that you are focused on her and that you value every detail. However, it is crucial that this gesture is made at the right time. A touch on the face requires her to already feel comfortable with you. If done too soon or abruptly, it can feel invasive. So, pay attention to her body language and only move forward when you feel she is receptive. Number 3, neck. The sensitive point that awakens emotion. The neck is an extremely sensitive region full of nerve endings, which makes it a strategic point for creating intense emotions. A gentle touch or a light brush of your fingers on the neck can be extremely striking. This gesture conveys intimacy and can create an even stronger connection. But be careful. Touching the neck requires a greater level of trust between you. It's not something to be done at the beginning of dating or at random times. Choose more intimate moments like during a hug or while you're close to explore this type of touch. Done right, it can be a turning point in a relationship. Number 4, waist. Transmitting security and closeness. Touching a woman's waist is a way of demonstrating closeness and trust. This gesture conveys security, especially when you guide her in a busy environment or during a dance. It's a touch that communicates that you're there to protect her and that you value the space between you. The waist is a delicate area, so your touch should be firm but not invasive. A subtle gesture, like placing your hand on the side of your waist during a conversation or a closer hug, can create a moment of deep connection. Remember, however, that context is everything. Avoid awkward or inappropriately timed touches, as this can ruin the positive intention of the gesture. Number 5, shoulders. The touch that relaxes and brings you closer. The shoulders are an often underestimated but incredibly effective point for creating connection. A light touch or squeeze on the shoulders can convey support and comfort, especially at times when she is tense or anxious. It's a simple but effective way to show that you're present and attentive to her needs. Additionally, touching shoulders can be used as an introduction to more intimate touching in the future. It's a gesture that communicates interest without seeming invasive, and it's especially useful in public settings or during relaxed conversations. Take this opportunity to demonstrate empathy and create an environment of comfort around her. Man, understanding the places where women like to be touched is an art that requires attention, patience, and sensitivity. Every touch, from your hands to your shoulders, can create a deeper connection and strengthen the bond between you. But remember, the context and the way you perform these gestures are as important as the touch itself. Number 6, back. A caress that conveys care and attention. The back is a region full of potential for creating comfort and closeness. A simple gesture, such as a light touch or a caress on the back, can convey care, attention, and security. This is the type of touch that works well in relaxed moments, like during a hug or while you're walking side by side. But be careful, man. The touch on the back must be gentle and unhurried. If done abruptly or exaggeratedly, it can cause discomfort. Use this gesture to show that you are present and that you value the moment. Remember, the back is a space that is often forgotten, but it can be an excellent point to strengthen the emotional connection between you. Number 7, hair. Delicate gestures that create intimacy. Touching a woman's hair is one of the most intimate gestures you can make. A gentle touch to the hair, such as brushing a strand away from the face or gently stroking it during a conversation, creates an environment of comfort and closeness. This gesture is especially powerful because it demonstrates care and attention to detail. However, it's important that you make sure she's comfortable with this level of closeness before trying it. Touching hair is something that requires already established trust and intimacy. If she is receptive, you will be creating a moment of emotional connection that is unlikely to be forgotten. Number 8. Legs. The balance between respect and desire. Touching a woman's legs is a gesture that needs to be done with great care and respect. This is an area that can convey desire, but can also be easily misinterpreted if you move forward hastily. Context is key here. If you already have a trusting relationship, a subtle touch on the knee or a light gesture while sitting next to each other can be enough to create a connection. But remember, leg touching must always be consensual and appropriate to the moment. Show that you know how to respect her limits, and this will increase your attraction even more. Number 9. Ears. Exploring the senses in a subtle way. The ears are a sensitive region that can awaken intense emotions when touched in the right way. A light touch or caress on the ears can create a moment of unique intimacy. This can be especially effective during close conversations or in more romantic moments. However, touching the ears should be subtle and delicate. Sudden or invasive movements can cause discomfort. Combine this gesture with a soft tone of voice and maintain eye contact. This combination of stimuli will create an atmosphere of connection and awaken deeper emotions. Number 10. Belly. Creating a connection of trust and lightness. The belly is a more vulnerable area, and touching it requires a high level of trust and intimacy between you. A light touch or even a playful gesture, like a quick caress, can create a moment of lightness and relaxation. This type of touch is great for strengthening emotional intimacy, especially when accompanied by affectionate and genuine gestures. Remember that touching your belly should not be invasive or uncomfortable. If she feels comfortable, this gesture can convey care and create a sense of security. Use this moment to show that you value your connection and that you are willing to respect her boundaries. Man, now that you know all these strategic places to touch during dating, it's your responsibility to use this knowledge with respect and wisdom. Every touch, from your back to your hair to your belly, should be done at the right time and with the intention of strengthening the emotional connection between you. Let's continue with the video, but first, if you've made it this far, my love, comment below with the word 100% or something similar to let you know, to confirm that you've learned from the video so far. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it later. How to touch and create deeper connections with women. Man, if you really want to create a genuine and lasting connection with a woman, you need to understand that touch is not just physical. It is a powerful form of communication. Knowing where, how, and when to touch is an essential skill that can completely transform the way women perceive you. However, the mistake many men make is not knowing how to interpret the signals or touching in an awkward way, which can cause discomfort or even push the person away. If you want to master the art of touching and create deeper connections, this video will show you the right way. Let's talk about intentions, reading signs, and how to build moments of closeness without going overboard. Before we start, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with other men who need to hear these truths. Let's get straight to the point. Number 1. Touch with intention. Show confidence and security. The first step to creating a deeper connection is touching with intention. There is no point in making hesitant gestures or appearing insecure. Women can tell right away when a man is confident or just trying to please. When you touch, whether it's a handshake, a shoulder, or a more intimate gesture, convey security. The intention of the touch must be clear. If you are showing affection, make it evident in the gesture, but without going overboard. For example, a touch on the waist while guiding her through a busy environment can convey care and presence. But remember, trust doesn't mean being invasive. Be firm but respect her space. Number 2. Read the signs. When is the right time to touch? Knowing the right time to touch is a skill that separates men who are successful with women from those who are rejected. Pay attention to her body language. If she maintains prolonged eye contact, smiles frequently, or leans toward you, these are clear signs that she is receptive to a touch. On the other hand, if she moves away, crosses her arms, or avoids eye contact, it's best to back off and wait another moment. Reading the signs correctly requires patience and observation. Don't force a touch just because you think it's the right time. Wait for clear indications that she is comfortable and interested. Number 3. Initial touches. How to break the ice naturally. The first touch can set the tone for the entire interaction. This is where many men go wrong by trying to be too bold or too shy. Light, casual touches are the best way to break the ice. A firm handshake, a tap on the shoulder during a conversation, or even a warm greeting are good options to start with. The goal of initial touches is not to create immediate intimacy, but rather to establish an initial connection. This helps build comfort and trust, setting the stage for more meaningful gestures in the future. Be natural and watch how she responds. If she seems receptive, you can gradually move towards more personal touches. Number 4. The importance of eye contact before touching. Eye contact is one of the most important elements for creating a deep connection before any touch. Looking into her eyes conveys security, sincerity, and attention, setting the stage for her to accept your gesture positively. If you try to touch without first making eye contact, the gesture may seem disjointed or even uncomfortable. Use eye contact to subtly ask for permission. If she holds your gaze and smiles, it's a sign that she's open to the next step. Furthermore, eye contact increases the intensity of the moment, making the touch more meaningful. Remember, before any physical gesture, looking is the first step to creating connection. Number 5. Where not to touch. Respecting her limits. Knowing where not to touch is as important as knowing where to touch. Women are different, and each one has their own limits. Areas such as legs, thighs, and more intimate parts should be avoided until you are absolutely sure that there is sufficient trust and reciprocity in the relationship. A common mistake is trying to move forward too soon, which can cause discomfort or even push her away completely. Always respect her signals and prioritize creating an environment of trust. Only touch where you know you will be welcome, and never force situations that could be misinterpreted. Remember, respect is the foundation of any genuine connection. Man, touching with intention and respect is an art that few master, but it makes all the difference in how women perceive you. From the initial contact to the most intimate moments, each gesture must be made with confidence, attention to her signals, and respect for her limits. If you want to create deeper connections, start by learning to observe, understand the right moment, and act safely. Touch, when done right, is a powerful tool for building intimacy and strengthening emotional bonding. Number 6. How to use touch to subtly awaken desire. Touch is one of the most powerful tools for creating connection and awakening desire, but it must be done with intelligence and subtlety. Men, understand one thing. Exaggerating or appearing desperate will only drive her away. The secret is to use subtle gestures, like a light touch on the arm while you're talking or sliding your fingers over her hand when handing her something. These small gestures create tension and curiosity, leaving room for her to imagine more, and this is much more effective than being direct and invasive. Moments like helping guide her through a busy environment with your hand on her waist or adjusting something in her hair in a natural way can create an irresistible mood. The point is that you need to appear confident but never forced. These touches need to be natural and aligned with the context. Additionally, combine the touch with a discreet look or smile to amplify the effect. It is in this game of subtleties that you really awaken desire. Number 7. Caresses that show affection, not just attraction. Man, learn that women value caresses that go beyond physical attraction. It's not just about desire. It's about demonstrating care and attention. A caress on the face, a simple gesture like running your fingers through her hair, or holding her hands in a quiet moment are gestures that communicate something deeper: affection and respect. These caresses show that you are interested in more than the physical, that you value who she is as a person. A long hug, where you hold her firmly and gently, conveys security and comfort, two things that women look for in a partner. If you only know how to touch to show attraction, it will seem superficial, and that's what most men do. Differentiate yourself by showing that you are capable of creating an emotional connection, not just a physical one. This makes all the difference in the relationship. Number 8. How touch intensity affects emotional connection. The intensity of touch can completely transform the meaning of the gesture, and understanding this is crucial to creating a deeper connection. Light touches are ideal for initial, relaxed moments, such as a touch on the shoulder or arm during a casual conversation. They communicate closeness without pressing. Firmer touches, such as holding her hand securely or hugging her more intensely, demonstrate a greater level of commitment and protection. The key is adjusting the intensity to the moment and her response. For example, if she is in a vulnerable moment, a gentle touch can convey empathy and comfort. On the other hand, in more intimate situations, a firmer touch can awaken desire and create an atmosphere of physical and emotional closeness. Learning to do this shows that you have control and sensitivity, two qualities that women deeply admire. Number 9, the difference between casual and intimate touching. Knowing how to distinguish between casual and intimate touches is a skill that separates confident men from inexperienced ones. Casual touches, such as touching a shoulder, giving a light squeeze on an arm, or holding a hand to help with something, are gestures that help create initial comfort and build trust. These touches are suitable for any environment and help break the ice naturally. Intimate touches, such as running your fingers through your hair, touching your face, or resting your hand on your waist, require a greater level of closeness and trust. They should be reserved for moments when she has already demonstrated receptivity. The mistake many men make is trying to move on to intimate touching too soon, which can feel invasive and even disrespectful. Building a solid foundation with casual touches before moving on to intimacy is essential to creating a genuine connection. Number 10, practical tips for building intimacy through touch. Now that you understand the impact of touch, let's look at practical tips for applying this in your life. First, start slowly. Casual touches are the foundation of everything, so use simple moments to create initial closeness, like touching an arm or shoulder during a conversation. Second, watch her signals. If she leans toward you, maintains eye contact, or touches you back, these are signs that she's comfortable. Third, combine touch with words and looks. A touch gesture, when aligned with an intense look and confident words, has a much greater impact. Fourth, respect her limits. If she moves away or seems uncomfortable, stop immediately. This shows that you understand the importance of consent and are attentive to her needs. Finally, practice. The more you apply these techniques, the more natural your touch will be, and the greater your ability to build deep connections will be. Man, playing wisely is much more than just a technique. It is an art that requires sensitivity, patience, and respect. From subtly awakening desire to building emotional intimacy, touch is a powerful tool when used with intention and care. Learn to interpret her signals, adjust the intensity to the moment, and, above all, respect her limits. If you master this skill, you will be able to create deep connections that go beyond the physical and that leave a lasting impression. If this content was useful, like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with other men who also need to hear these truths. We are here to help you become the best version of yourself. Until next time.